Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast where I shoot the shit like we did in the past. So come on down and pop a squat because it's about to get hot. You're on the Gunline now. Today with me, I got one of my good old buddies from basic training, old Rodriguez. He's been on the podcast before. He's a returning guest. Glad to have you on here. What's going on, Rod?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And just living through this whole pandemic and stuff. It's crazy out there.
Well, it's crazy out there in California. You guys got everything fucking shut down.
Yeah.
How's
Oh,
that fucking
kind
working
of.
for y'all out there, man?
And it's on the city, really. Each city is different, and the city that I live in is right next to Fresno. It's separated by a street, so it's really like a metro kind of thing. But um, over here in Clovis, where I live, it's really like they're not enforcing anything. So you could have people go into your restaurant and sit down.
Yeah.
But if you have a liquor license, that's a state license. So if the state comes in and it's like, hey, you got to. So a lot of people that have liquor license, they don't really want to risk it. So they're just doing like, uh, basically just online stuff or mobile orders or stuff like that.
Right. That's pretty
But
fucking shitty, man. I mean, that's just big government that I can't fucking stand. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We're all a bunch of fucking adults, and we know what the risks are.
yeah,
If we're gonna get the Rona, we're gonna get the fucking Rona.
yeah. I mean, I think the main thing that we're trying to do is minimize the exposure because we did go to like 0% ICU availability here.
Yeah.
So they were having a hard time, especially the last 2 weeks. This week is better, but they were because I since I work in the paper,
Right.
I go to all the council meetings, and the city manager was talking about there was a 45-minute wait for ambulances at the hospital
What the fuck?
because there weren't any beds, and then there weren't any beds available. So that's why they were like concerned that it was going to get worse. But it ended up like I guess people stopped going out or whatever, or it just it slowed down. So
Yeah.
right now there's a little bit more about what we live, but it was crazy, dude. Like the way you see the people outside the hospital, it's like what the hell. Like I seen this in Mexico, but not here. That's crazy.
Well, what's trippy, dude, is like I don't understand that motherfuckers. I mean, who's going to the goddamn hospital? You know what I mean? I mean, are they
Yeah.
really needing to be at the fucking hospital, or can they just write it out? That's my question on that. Porque I've known a couple of cats already. They caught the Rona and they just wrote it out. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, so like my brother right now, he was diagnosed on Monday,
Yeah.
and the way they explained it to me was that you could write it out, but there's a point in which if you're having problem breathing, then you have to go to the hospital because they have to put you on a ventilator. So I was talking to my brother, and he was like, "Well, I don't have any problem breathing up, but it's just like a headache, a really
Yeah.
bad headache." And he's coughing, and he's better now. But at like the first few days, he's like, "I'm just having a horrible time of it." I was like, "Damn." But
I
it's,
guess. I mean,
it's
yeah,
kind of like the flu, like extreme.
exactly. I honestly think that's what all it
Yeah,
is. Over hype
yeah,
flu. You know, I get it. There's motherfuckers out there that are more susceptible to it or
yeah.
more likely to fucking, die. But shit, the mortality rate is like what, 0.1%? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, and I think that was one of the things they didn't mention, like when they first started. Like they were like, "Oh, this is deadly." Yeah, but it's not that deadly. Like there's other things that are deadlier, but it
Exactly.
does make people go to the hospital more. And like that's the thing. Like I think that's nobody talked about like how many people were gonna be in the hospital if this thing like hit straight out, you know,
But see
and
again,
like
how many people are going to the hospital because they're paranoid that they're going to get to the level? They
yeah.
probably could just write it out, but since the media has them all fucking paranoid,
So
go ahead.
So here in California, well, at least the area that I'm in the Fresno County area, they won't let you go to the hospital if you just have a like cold. If you just have the symptoms,
Yeah.
you can't go in there. You have to be like almost dying to actually go in there because of the availability of the beds.
Well, that makes fucking perfect sense. You go to the hospital if you're fucking dying. life, limb, eyesight, baby. But it is what it is, man. Fuck the Rona. It's gonna. We're not gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna get injected by them. And you know, plus with that said, we got to make sure we have enough beds, especially with the way motherfuckers are falling out in football. Have you seen the video of Pat Mahomes?
Yeah, man, that was scary. The way his eyes looked,
Yeah, but
it was like,
what the fuck
you're
caused
talking
that?
about when he gets choked out, right? Like,
Yeah, dude, I'm tripping out on that shit because every time I looked at it, it didn't seem like he got too fucked up. You know, I mean, it did. I don't see what he hit his head on.
So there's this doctor that I watch on YouTube who explains like what happens in injuries, and this dude was saying like his head bounced, like the crown of his head, like the forehead part right here, bounced off his, even with the helmet, bounced off the ground. But I'm like, yeah, I could be, but I also saw that the dude's arm was around his neck, and the way he forced him down, he choked him out. It was a choke, like he got up how people get choked out in UFC.
Yes. Or like, anybody that's ever been in a fucking rear naked choke.
In rear naked choke, yeah.
Dude, you are so
man.
right.
Like I saw that and I was like, because I saw his eyes when they like had the picture of it like right there. I was like, whoa, bro, that's
dude,
he's out of it.
That motherfucker, he got, because I was like, did he really just get fucking knocked out? Is that really a concussion? What he just had? Because look, you know what? Let's for the
it didn't look that bad.
And for the YouTubers out there that are watching us, I'm gonna go ahead and just share this real quick so we can go ahead and take a look at it. So let's see, how do I share this shit? All right, screen. There we go. So, are you able to see that?
Yeah, I see your screen. Yeah.
So you see him right there, right? So let's see.
Yeah.
See his eyes.
So it's all good right there. And this is what he was talking about right there, that his head hit the ground.
He didn't even bounce. He got choked the fuck out.
But so right there, his fist is like, okay, so what he talks about is when he gets hit in the ground, he comes up and his fist is like this.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know, when you get knocked out and like the dudes go like that, like the stiff arms or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's how he was knocked out. And it was like that, like a split moment.
I'm just saying,
it's crazy.
I'm looking at, look right here. Okay, there's no hit to the head whatsoever, right?
Like, yeah, that's fine. He's not out yet.
Now, right there, I see where maybe
I think it's the pressure.
Right
where it's for the pressure where his head hits, his arm is right there, so he's constricting air, and his head hits and goes forward like that. See, and that's when he's out.
I'm thinking that what's going on is this motherfucker's arm is cutting the blood flow on the carotid on his jugular, right? And it right there, and cut his fucking circulation of blood to the fucking brain, like when you're getting, rear naked choked out.
Yeah,
and that's what happened to him. He just fucking. He cut his oxygen or air supply to his head. And
look at the leg and the fist.
Right.
They're straight, stiff. And that's and it doesn't happen until after he bounces back.
And then he's all walking all fucking drunk and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Look at him.
At first I thought it was just a regular hit, but I was like, all right, I guess it was worse than that. And then when the replay came out, I was like, wow.
It doesn't look that bad to me, bro. I mean, he made a fist as he was on his way down.
Because the official thing was that he hit his spine, and that created him getting like losing his consciousness. Yeah, but the doctor was saying like there's no way that there's no way that a hit like that could have knocked him out in that way.
So is he going to be playing this weekend, or you think, or no?
They're not going to say until like game time.
So do you think the Bills have a chance against the fucking Kansas City Chiefs?
Without Mahomes? Oh yeah. Although the Bills are very how do you say, like they're not they're kind of pretenders. They have a really good team. Don't get me wrong. They have a good quarterback. He's inexperienced, but a lot of the games that they won by 3 or 1 point. They're right
Bro,
there. They do
a
win them.
win is a fucking win.
Yeah, a
Man.
win is a win. I'm not saying they're not, but when they face a good team, that's when it gets rough against them. And this is a really good team. So,
well, I mean, look, man, not taking away anything from the Browns, but the Browns were putting up a good fight against Kansas City.
the Browns had no idea what. I mean, they were putting up a fight because Kansas City was letting them.
Really? You think that they were just letting them fucking take their time?
Look, if Kansas City Kansas City isn't the same team that they were last year. A lot of people are comparing them, but they lost some stars and they're a little bit slower. They've been banged up a little bit more, and in all honesty, they're not gonna run the table like they did last year, or they didn't. I mean, they kind of did, but not really this year. And the Browns, they were just lucky, man. I mean, they would have got beaten by the Steelers if it wasn't because the Steelers gave them 21 points. I mean,
a win is a fucking.
I'm not saying the win is not legitimate. I'm just saying like that team had no reason to be there.
No, team that had no reason to fucking be there was anybody from the NFC East. They had no reason to be there whatsoever. That fucking division is garbage, bro.
The division is. I mean, this year. I mean, every year there's a division that just sucks, but this year it was like more than everything. Like,
bro, how do you go into a playoff being sub 500? I don't fucking get it. You have a losing fucking season, yet you still have the opportunity to make it to the play to the big game if somebody fucks up or somebody gets hurt on the other fucking team you're playing with. You know what I'm saying? I think that needs to get fucking changed, honestly, porque that's fucking pathetic, bro. That should be knocked out. If you have a losing season, your division is out, and the next person with the highest fucking winning
percent or
record can go ahead and take that slot, because
I think it has to
another wild card in there. So
it really has to do with divisions. Like if there were no divisions, you would have the top 8 go into the playoffs, but
then it would always be from different.
Yeah, like there'd be some teams that would never make it to the playoffs ever. I mean, you have the Browns that came back, or the Bills that just won one in like 20 years or something like that. But
well, look at the Lions, bro. I mean. Fucking poor little bastard.
I mean, what was the last time they went to the playoffs? Like 2 years ago, weren't they?
Oh, the Lions?
Yeah,
I would say they did, and they probably went and done it.
Yeah, well, they won and done. They went to the wild card and they lost in the wild card, I think.
Fucking garbage.
And that's a good season for them.
Right. If they made it to the playoffs, they're good, bro. It's pathetic though, man. It's just sad, but it's all good. So that's KC and Buffalo. I think that Buffalo. I'm pulling for them because they're like the Cinderella team. They're an underdog.
So I followed Alan's career because he's from the area. He's from here where I'm from. Mm-hmm. He actually went to a rival high school of where I went to high school with.
Oh no shit.
So Fresno State, when he was coming out of high school, Fresno State didn't want to recruit him because the coach said he didn't have the talent. And this dude was already like 6 feet tall. So he went to community college. He went to really college. It's a college here in the Fresno area.
Okay.
So he went to community college, and then after that, he wanted to go to Fresno State because that's that was his dream.
Right.
But they didn't have any what were they called? Freaking name I'm blanking. Any spots left for him.
Okay.
So he went to Idaho or Wyoming, which he did all right there. He kind of brought that team up and into the lights because he won a bunch of games and he was good. You could tell he was good. He is really inaccurate though. Like in a lot of ways, he overthrows people. He has a huge arm. Like, dude, I saw him throw an 80-yard. Like from the 20 to to the touchdown. I was like, what the hell, this dude is fucking insane.
But he's in
And
it.
that was in college, yeah. And but he had a hard time like reading it's wide receivers.
Okay.
So maybe that's something he could work on. And I mean, he's a good quarterback.
Well, I mean,
But
once he learns the routes and
yeah,
he becomes familiar with his fucking with his receivers, and I'm sure
yeah,
that that'll be coming with time with experience. I
yeah.
mean, he's no fucking Aaron Rodgers. That's the goat.
Man. Like,
I'm, Granted, I'm not gonna take anything away from Brady. I mean, I'm not a Brady lover, but it's hard to fucking say that man is not the fucking goat. I mean, all the fucking rings he has, made
yeah,
a run in the playoffs.
I was always doubting him. The Falcons Super Bowl. I was like, yeah, he's at another level. You can't deny him now.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
I'm a little bit nervous of them going to Lambeau because I'm a Packers fan. So
yeah,
I'm a bit nervous about him going to Lambeau, but see, because he's used to the cold,
yeah.
But I mean, the rest of Tampa, not too much.
So
But
so this is my prediction for that game. I think
let's hear it.
the Packers are gonna win it. So the Packers they have a good shot. I don't think the Bucks defense is good enough to stop Aaron Rodgers.
What about the run
And
game though with Devontae Adams?
the wide
Oh, I'm
receiver.
sorry, the fucking yeah, I'm talking about the wide receiver. What do you think about Rodgers and Devontae Adams, that team up?
Dude.
Who you don't think they'll be able to stop Devontae Adams?
No, unless they double team him. Even then, you could still get. See, Devonta Adams is another like dude that I've known for some time because he went to Fresno State.
The Fresno, right?
Yeah, Fresno State.
Ask about that shit. Yeah.
He was the wide receiver for Derek Carr.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, yeah. They came out and graduated in the same year, and
Oh
they,
wow.
they were 2 years together. So they won here in Fresno State. They won 2 championships or 1 championship, I think, like conference championship. But that dude, like, I didn't think he was gonna be that good in the pros, and he like blew up, especially this last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
He's like probably the best wide receiver right now in the league.
I mean, it helps that he has a good quarterback. That's good as fuck.
Definitely.
It's a good team. They remind me of how Jordy Nelson used to be with fucking with Aaron, or how even going back further, you go to fucking Brett Favre and he had Antonio Freeman. It has that feel to it. They have like this magic, and I just think this is the year for fucking the Packers to go back. I think that in my personal opinion, that we got it all together with the running game with Aaron Jones, and we were never really much of a running team. Try to be, but was never really focused on runs. And now, I mean, fuck, dude, it's just beautiful to see it.
I don't see Tampa Bay being able to stop you guys' air attack.
Yeah,
I don't see him.
I mean, hopefully the O line holds up. I mean, with Bakhtiari out, that's a big loss. But I mean, they've been holding their own.
Yeah.
Defense though is what wins championships. It's the fucking defense.
That's gonna be a close one, man, because you guys' defense isn't the like top tier, but they are really good. And Tampa Bay, they have Tom Brady. Like, that dude is magic. Like,
yes, dude,
he could make plays out of nowhere, and if you put pressure on him early, he's gonna start making mistakes.
Yes,
like any other quarterback.
He has really quick.
Yeah, although he has the ability to come back from that, unlike other quarterbacks. If you put pressure on him, like if the defense, the D line puts pressure on him, like through that game, they're probably gonna win the game.
Dude, I'll tell you what. The one game that I didn't know was gonna be that fucking good was Seattle and LA. That was I didn't have a dog in the hunt on that one. I honestly didn't want Seattle to win just because I fucking hate Seattle. Fucking Sheacocks, or I guess they call them something. Yeah, I call them Sheacocks. But I guess they're called super chickens or something chickens up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Sheacocks sounds better. But that's okay.
Being from that division, like I'm a Niners fan, like I wanted both to lose. honestly, that game, I knew Seattle wasn't that good, even
Mhm.
though it seemed like they were.
Yeah.
But I didn't think the Rams were that good because when the Niners played them, the Niners beat them. So I was like, you know what? They're not that good.
I'm just saying well, are the teams both so shitty that it just made it look like a really impressive game? Is that
Maybe,
what it was?
maybe. But
So
that
go
see
ahead.
that division, like that NFC West division was really tough because the Niners had one chance of actually making it, even though they had a horrible season,
Yes, they did.
right? Making it to the playoffs. And they were all like right there, because both of them are from the same division. The Rams
Right.
and the Seahawks are from the same division. So both of them making it was, and I think because they already had played themselves twice before. It was easier for the Rams to figure it out what the Seahawks had, and the Seahawks were overconfident as fuck too. Like
Yeah.
they thought they had, because I think they beat them both times. The Seahawks were, I might be wrong on that, but like at least once they beat them already, so they knew they could beat them, and they were overconfident.
Man, first of all, this is the gun line. We ain't fucking ESPN. We talking shit that we would on the gun line. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real.
We would be talking about this on the gun line too.
Yes, we would, especially around this time of season. If we're
Yeah.
on the fucking field, motherfuckers be texting each other like, "Hey man, who the fuck is winning right now? Who's playing?" Dude,
Yeah.
I am excited though. I am excited for. I think my prediction is going to be that it's going to be a Packers Bills Super Bowl. That's my prediction, and I think that Pat Mahomes, if he plays, um, and they lose, they're gonna say that he was still concussed. You know, that's gonna be the fucking
Probably.
go-to. And if he doesn't play, they're gonna say it's because Pat Mahomes didn't play. That's why they lost. You see what I'm saying? It's a shitty situation no matter which way you go to for the Bills. They're not gonna give them any credit. You know, I like the Bills. I've always been secretly. I'm like a fucking gay guy in the 80s. You know, I kept my shit to myself. I didn't come out the closet about the Bills, bro. I love the Bills because they're just such an underdog story. Nobody likes them. You know what I mean? They're like the polar opposite of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm
That's a good analogy, dude.
saying?
No, see, like they're the best New York team without being a New York team. I mean, they are a New York team, but they don't seem like one.
Well, shit,
And
they're the only ones that actually play in New York, aren't they?
the other one's
In the
playing New
Meadowlands
Jersey.
in Jersey.
Yeah, so it's crazy though.
But yeah, I think, I mean, it's because maybe because it's a small town community. Maybe it's just that, you know, I'm
Yeah,
just enamored by that. I romanticize them. And if the Green Bay Packers were by some miraculous fucking divine intervention to lose versus the Bills, I wouldn't be so upset. I'd be happy for the Bills. You know,
that's.
it would suck being a Packer fan, but I'd be like, you know what? Go ahead, Bills.
I mean, anything could happen on Sunday, but honestly, in my opinion, like just looking at the whole season,
Mhm.
nobody's gonna beat the NFC this year. The uh, Kansas City's too beat up. The Bills, I don't think they have the experience needed to be going into the Super Bowl. Kind of like what happened to the Niners last year. They went in there and they started, overconfident and were in there like, and then all of a sudden, Pat Mahomes turned it on and what's the name, Reed, the coach, just started making plays work and it was done. You know,
How much how much should of the credit go to the coach versus, you know, the quarterback? Because I'm thinking about LaFleur in the Packers end. This guy's been there 2 years, and both years he's taken them to the championship. You know?
yeah, that's a good question because the so if you look at what happened last weekend with Chad Henne and damn, I forget, Reed, the coach for the Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
He went for it. He went for it when he could have, like, wait for the defense to go. No, he
Right.
had the balls to, like, go in there and throw everything at it. But coaches like that already been in that position know what's probably going to happen. Know who their players are. Now, LaFleur already has 2 years on his belt. He knows what kind of team he has. He knows what they could do. So, I mean, experience plays a role in it, and it could hurt him, but he does have one of the best veterans QB in the league. So
Yes.
that helps him out so much more.
Let me ask you something, man. Since you're into sports and shit, that's kind of like your fucking thing. Let me
Yeah,
ask you, is the age of the quarterback of retiring at fucking 38, 40, is that over now? Because honestly, 43 for fucking Brady
Brady,
and 42 for I think Breeze, right?
41, yeah, something like that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, they still like they're in fucking great health. You know,
Well,
they look.
so
Go ahead.
last decade something happened that like helped them out a lot was that they've been taken care of more.
Right.
No
Okay.
more hits to the head, no more, taken to the ground and slamming them, which
They
and,
pussified it. Yeah.
well, yeah, yeah. But in all honesty, like it helped them stay healthier. It helped them stay healthier, and fucking Brady's doing like this yoga thing where he like eats only vegetables or some shit like that. I don't know, some weird fucking diet, and
I'm
he has the money to do it. I mean, what he said, what was his name? The quarterback for the Seahawks,
Wilson.
um, yeah, Russell Wilson said he spent $1 million on his like a year taking care of his body, like
God
with
damn.
trainers, with supplements, with like eating right, like $1 million a year.
But you
I mean,
think about it though, that $1 million is an investment.
yeah, he got, I don't know, like for his last contract was fucking huge. So I
Exactly.
mean,
That's like $1 million. Here you go. I'm making another 399 anyway. So
yeah, so that helps them stay healthier, that helps them have a longer career
yeah.
and make more money.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
So
Think about that. About as far as like them being protected now more, it
yeah,
does make the longevity for them that much better for which is it's good. I mean, but
it helps the game in a way that it makes it more, I don't know, I feel like it just has the that where people are looking at the same players over and over and gets them more interested in like, oh, that's my guy, I'm going for that
right,
guy, you
right.
know
I
and
guess yeah.
and before it was like, ooh, he's injured, he's probably going to be out the rest of the season and he might not come back.
And see, that's what I worry about with Aaron because
Mm,
Aaron's been hurt a few times. And I keep telling my brother, because my brother's a Green Bay fan too. I tell him, look, I think Aaron is one hit away from his career being over. One
yeah.
good hit and that's it, dude. And our season is done because Love ain't ready. So and I don't know who the
Well,
fuck our backup is. That's how much I fucking know. So
yeah, like teams like that have a veteran QB, they ride a lot on his shoulder.
mhm.
There's teams that have the defense that are like, their go-to, like what's making them great. But yeah, it's one of those. I mean, Andrew Luck got hit. His back was broken, was out for a year. Try to come back. He did all right, and then he said, "You know what? The pain's not worth it." So I'm out. And then you have the opposite of that, which was Peyton Manning, who had a similar injury, and with a crooked neck, but he still he went to 2 Super Bowls, won one.
Yeah. So I mean, what I find interesting, I guess I got tired of hearing over the weekend how they just kept saying like, oh, it might be their last game ever. It might be. First of all, don't Brett Favre these motherfuckers. All right, Brett had still some years in that mother in his ass, but they
Yeah,
kept fucking trying to push him out and push him out. I don't blame him for what he did by leaving, the Packers and going to the Jets. Where he
yeah.
fucking stabbed me in the back was when he played in Minnesota. That was
Going
like, whoa, a fucking rival team, bro.
That was such a bad decision by the Jets, because they basically had this agreement with the Packers that they were gonna give him more money if they went to if he left the Jets and went to a team in the same division as the Packers, and
Wow.
and they were so mad at because of his performance that they just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna let him go.
What a
So
idiots, dude. And then the next year, bam, he goes to the fucking playoffs.
yeah,
Uh,
so
I,
playoffs.
dude, Brett Favre to me will always have a place in my heart. He's the one that made me a Packer fan, honestly,
Yeah.
porque the Raiders had just left, like LA, and fucking Houston had moved to Tennessee, and
Late 90s. Yeah.
yep, and it was early. It was early mid '90s, and I didn't have a team, bro. I didn't have a fucking team because there's no self-respecting Raider fan that was from LA that was gonna go for to be a Rams fan.
Yeah.
Not fucking happening, bro. You know, especially since and then they fucking up and left anyway to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, if you're from SoCal, if you're from LA specifically, there's no way you're gonna fucking go for the Niners. Not happening.
No way
It's
you're
too
gonna
much
go for
bad
the
blood,
Chargers either.
bro. That's too much bad blood. Just going through baseball because of the
Yeah.
fucking, you know
The
what I'm saying?
Giants. Yeah.
And there's no way we're gonna go for San Diego either because we're from LA. Fuck San Diego. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we are, and that's how it just for people that don't understand California. California is actually 3 different fucking states in one. There's
Yep.
like fucking SoCal, Central Cal, and NorCal. All right,
Yeah.
and we just don't get along with each other.
Everybody south of Bakersfield always like calls everything else the north.
Exactly.
Oh, that's NorCal.
Yeah. Hey, as soon as you hit Delano, that's north, bro.
That's NorCal.
That's up north. But
Funny,
yeah,
like because I'm from Fresno, so like that's right dead in the middle of California.
yes.
So whenever I say, "Oh, you're from NorCal," no, I'm from Central Cal.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got you, baby.
Well, NorCal, that's Sacramento. That's like what's it called? Eureka or like
Eureka. Look, that's Southern Oregon now.
Southern Oregon, Chico.
Dude, it's fucking trippy out there. I mean, it's beautiful land out there. I'll tell you what. I
Yeah,
went on
yeah.
a road trip a long time ago back up that way. Back in the 90s. I went to go visit my brother who lives out in Seattle or in Tacoma. And bro, so we took the 5 all the way up, right? And fucking once we got out of like the Bay Area and hit like, you know, like Southern Oregon, as I call it, like the real Northern California, it was fucking, it's like a whole other country out there, bro.
Yeah.
It's mountains, rivers, lakes. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? Because where I'm used to is just concrete, building, shootings, cops. You know what I'm saying? and so like, even when you take the fucking it's a trip because just switching freeways. Once you pass the Grapevine and you know you hit
the 99.
Yeah,
the 99 and the 5.
Yeah,
so 99 goes right through the middle of California, and the 5 goes over by the mountains where there's like no other cities, basically.
Dude, it tripped me out how straight the 99 is. Like, you go for miles, and that bitch is just straight as a fucking arrow, bro. Yeah. I was just speeding my ass off through there because I had a boy that lived out there. I want to say, is there a place called Reedley? No.
Yeah.
Reedley? Is there a place called Dinuba out there? Yeah. Okay, so in that area, somewhere in Fresno, I know that much, right? It's like, yeah,
it's a little bit south from Fresno, but it's like 30 minutes or something.
Okay, yeah, because he lived out there, dude. It was gorgeous area. It was like literally like out in the farmlands, you know. And I loved it out there. There was just like areas of California that I had not experienced. So you could trip out. Like Southern California is like the more populated, more city area. Central Cali is more of the farmland, and then NorCal is Southern Oregon. You know,
the woods.
The woods. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's where I guess the red pill people are, the Trump. That's where you'll find them.
Well, you'll find a lot of them, like Central California, a lot of farms. So a lot of them are right here. Like they call the Bible Belt of California, like this area. So it's like, yeah, it's 50-50 at most around here. Like the big city, like Fresno, yeah, that's very blue. But the city that I'm in, like you cross a street and it's all of a sudden like more white people. So, it's not as diverse, but it's more red.
Yeah,
but it's crazy,
dude. It's a trip, and all these motherfucking companies are coming here to California. I mean, to Texas now, and I wish
trying to get away from the taxes.
Dude, I heard that California's trying to impose a tax that even if you move out, they're still going to tax your ass because you made money while you were there. So you owe them taxes for like 10 years or some outrageous shit like that, some kind of capital tax. Like, are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding, California?
I don't
Toma,
think that's gonna happen.
bro.
I
They'll
don't think
pass
it's
that
gonna
shit.
happen.
It's California. They'll pass it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends. Like a lot of like right now, there's a huge movement, especially around here where I'm living, that they want to recall the governor. That hasn't happened since like 2001.
Shit, that's when
Great
the,
Davis.
the Terminator got fucking elected.
Yeah, 2003 or something like that.
Yeah, dude. I
Yeah,
remember that shit.
that was crazy because like everybody was in like strip. I remember strippers were like trying to go
Yeah,
for
dude. Gary
governor.
Coleman, dude. He
Gary
tried to run.
Coleman. That shit was funny because like it's a free for all basically.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
whoever
yeah,
wants to fucking go for it, dude. You know, it's a trip, man. It's a fucking trip how our government works and where it's at this point. Did you see, bro? Speaking of the government, we're gonna jump into politics here a little bit, just for a little bit.
yeah,
Did
man.
you happen to see the fucking National Guardsmen that they had out there protecting the Capitol, bro?
Oh, dude. I saw so many memes of it, like the fat dude. I mean, I have no room to talk. I mean,
But you're not in the fucking army anymore.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
true, true. Even when I wasn't this like that big. I don't think I mean, maybe I was. I don't think I was that big.
You weren't. You weren't. Fuck. You were. You fit in your uniform. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have
Yeah,
to go and make special sizes
yeah.
for
Special size.
it. These
Like
motherfuckers
Phil
went.
wasn't going out.
Dude,
Yeah,
they got two extra larges and sewed them together and put them around the fucking mouth. I mean, this guy, I saw a picture of this guy. He had a Dora the Explorer look because his fucking blouse was going over his belly and his fucking belly was hanging out,
yeah,
man. And it's like, what the fuck, bro?
yeah.
And what kills me is that America is thinking like, oh, that's what we have. That's our soldiers. No, no, that is not our
There's
soldiers.
some weekend warriors.
Yes, those are tampons. All right, they only work once a month. That's it. That's why they're fat, bro. They're fucking tampons. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God. Then I saw and I know I've talked about this on previous podcasts. So if you're hearing this again, yeah, this is me talking shit about those motherfucking nasty girls. There was this one broad, she put her M68 on the bottom of the fucking rail, bro. All right.
Yeah, in the picture too.
Like, are you, I mean, granted, I get it. The 68 is useless anyway. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Oh my God. And
Yeah.
oh my God. And then they're walking around, dude, and they're like, oh, they've been told to shoot and this. I'm like, have you guys noticed that there's no magazines and they're fucking weapons, right? Thank God, bro. Thank God they didn't have
Right.
magazines. Can
End
you
up shooting
how
each
many,
other.
how many negligent discharges would there have been?
Yeah.
It was fucking pathetic, man. It's like, wow, fuck that. Give me the Rams defense and put them up there. All right, they won't
That's
get to them.
that's a really good defense when they got Aaron Donald.
And
No, but I follow this blog. It's called Zero Block 30. And basically they're the guys from Barstool. And they have like their military people, like there are some veterans in there. And they basically do like a podcast. And they were talking so much shit on them too. I was laughing. I was like, oh man, they share a bunch of memes on them. I was like, fuck, this shit's so fucking funny.
dude, it's fucking horrible, bro. I mean, it's just like the Burger King Brigade, man. I mean,
The Burger King Brigade.
it's fucking disgusting. And again, I mean, I'm not the healthiest motherfucker, okay? I'm pretty chubby here. I gotta find some. But guess what? I'm also not fucking active, dude. I'm not in the military.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even if you are a nasty girl, there's no way you could tell me that motherfucker's passed the PT test. There's no way. That shit's been pencil whipped. And don't tell me he gained weight because of the Rona. No, that motherfucker gained weight over the past couple of years for just going to Burger King and eating goddamn fast food all the goddamn time and not getting off his lazy ass. I don't give a fuck. Oh, but they're our National Guard. No, they're our national embarrassment. That's what they are. Fucking horrible.
Yeah, you gotta have some standards. If you're still like part time, you gotta have some standards.
Yeah,
you can't just let yourself go like that,
dude. just irks me. And then another thing that pisses me off, and this is going to go to the active duty as well. Why can't they have a uniform fucking face mask? Why can't they have a uniform face mask, bro?
No, I was asking myself the same question. Like, they uniform everything. And for us, at least when I was in, everything went like our canteen holders, our like even the freaking pouch where like we would put it on the butt of the M16 or M4. That was also uniform. Like, why can't they just have like uniform face masks? Like,
it's fucking stupid, dude. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
maybe the regular army has them, or the regular, but maybe not the NG.
I don't know, dude. I don't give a fuck. There's got to be somebody who was active duty there at one time. It could have been like, hey man, we look chewed the fuck up.
Yeah.
We need to fix this. Especially, all eyes are gonna be on us. You may be on TV, so try not to look chewed up.
Because I remember I saw one with black, one with the blue one with the camo one, and then a bunch of with the blue ones. And I'm like, what's going like just pick one.
Right.
I remember the first time we used to be like, all right, nobody wears glasses today, or nobody wears sunglasses, or something like that. Like,
dude, with Colonel Sesson, that motherfucker made us wear eye pro during PT.
What? It made no sense.
But everybody had it. It was uniform, and now it's like, but you know what? It's because, and this is my opinion of where the military is going with, they don't give a fuck anymore because, what's that got to do with, going to war and winning wars? It's called standards, bro. Yeah. What does fucking China and North Korea have to win with showing us their fucking army marching fucking beautifully down their parade decks? Yeah. Nothing. But damn, you look at it, you're like, God damn, some well-disciplined motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Dude, I saw the inauguration and they had like the review, right, of the soldiers. Yeah. And there were like some lines that were like crooked, and I was like, oh man, you come on now. I mean, they were all marching at the same pace. It was just like, just keep the distance, man. Like,
dude, 9 to the front, 6 to the rear. That's the way we do it here. We made rhymes for it.
I know.
God forbid, bro. I mean, I kind of miss our old basic training times because our drill sergeants implemented that shit in our fucking brain, Yeah. And it got lost. Like, I'm looking at a picture right now, dude. Let me see if I can put this up. I don't know how close I can zoom in, pero let's see. How do I share this screen again? All right. I'm getting used to this shit. And can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I mean,
all right, see him. Yeah.
How can you have in the first fucking row, bro? In your first fucking row, and all these he's got black one, he's got a surgical one, this guy, he's got a neck gaiter, this guy's got a camel one, that guy back there has a neck gaiter. This guy has a, come on, dude, at least have your first ranked uniform. You know what I'm saying? The rest in the back can look like shit, but at least have the first ranked uniform. Nope.
They're all issued gator necks, so why don't you just use those? Right? Like that's standard issue. I mean, at least
exactly.
Well, dude, I don't know if that changed that, but
no, man, it just makes too much fucking sense, bro. Let's see what these motherfuckers are. What this BuzzFeed bullshit? Is this pre-fucking
the whole thing?
Attack? Yeah. That's my favorite one. That motherfucker just chilling in there. Oh god.
That's crazy. Oh man, they were making so much fun of that. Like when they were sleeping on the floor. Like, why?
Dude, are you serious? That looks comfortable as fuck. You're indoors. Have you had to sleep on top of Humvees before? Out in the field?
Yeah, I had to sleep on bottom of Humvees or on top of the gun. You know what? The best place to sleep in the gun was like on the grill. But like with it up, fuck, I forget the name of it. with the cannon up, with the cannon up. Because I remember I like laid all my stuff down and I was like on the grill and I was like, because I mean I drove for like the 2 years that I was there, or like 3 years I drove the gun, so I was like,
Right.
you know, I
You
was
know, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Yes, I remember in Korea, I slept on top of the gun. We're talking about the Paladins here,
Mhm.
not the, we're not talking about the 119ers or 198s back then or the 777s. We're talking about the M109 Alpha 6 Paladin. And fucking, and when I was in Korea, bro, they're mechanized there. And it was my first fuel problem out there, bro. And so me being the new guy, I was like, I'll sleep outside, no biggie. I'm used to sleeping outside anyway. So I went to sleep on top of the gun. And I woke up with snow over me, bro. It had snowed that night. So these guys here, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. That looks comfortable as fuck. Have they ever had to sleep inside a Humvee while you were getting, I'm not even gonna start. This shit right here, how bad, how sad. See, she got the right idea. She got a neck gaiter on.
Dude, I mean, at least they're getting something like when we're out there. We didn't get, yeah. Like, I remember sleeping in the back of one of those like Humvees that didn't have the back on it, and it was like I was like I'm not even kidding. I wasn't really sitting. I was sitting on half my cheek, and just laying like just getting it like across like that, and I had like the worst fucking time, but at the same time I had sleep, which was
Right.
What I was going for.
Look at this fucking fat thing here. Look at this shit. Look at this. Bro, come on, man. As Joe Biden says, come on, man. Like, this is unsat, bro. This is unsat. Really? You're just gonna have weapons out there like that? Is that supposed to be your arms room?
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. This motherfucker, he got the right idea.
Well, I bet you anything somebody can make. You can't sit there.
Shit. Fuck that. Hey, you know what? He was probably active duty at one time. Like, man,
Yeah,
I know how to get comfortable.
he had the right plan.
Yeah, he did. Hey, you know what? I called it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dibs, motherfucker, dibs. That shit still works. Dude, I mean, I'll tell you what, now that I'm looking about this, they're just so people in the civilian world know, those are not our finest. All right. Those are not the 82nd. Those are not the 100 and worst. Those are not, the elite. Those are the part-timers, man. Those are your tampons. Those are your, I want my benefits and I want to be a civilian. And that's not active duty. But
Yeah,
you know what?
They did it for school.
Our adversaries think that's what they're gonna fight whenever they fight us. Go ahead, man. They're not our gold company. Is that what it was called? The Golden Company. They made on this show, Game of Thrones, the hype of the Golden Company, of those fucking elite soldiers.
Yeah.
You like that segue? You like how I segued into that shit?
Like that. That's nice. That's nice.
Smooth,
I
right?
had to think there for a moment. I was like, what? Okay,
Yeah. So
the Golden Company.
Yeah, dude, it tripped me out on fucking Game of fucking Thrones. For all these seasons, they made this big deal about this Golden Company and how elite fighters they were and whatnot.
And it was founded by like former Targaryens or whatever, and
Right.
they had fought there before, and it was like the company that never broke their contract or whatever.
Right. And didn't they? I think they showed them on TV for like all 45 seconds.
Yeah. And I hated that. I hated that so much.
So just so the listeners and viewers know, we're now moving into our next topic, which is Game of fucking Thrones, y'all. So if you guys are still listening to us, appreciate it. This is on the Gunline. We talk shit, and we also, it doesn't always have to be military, man. It's just, shit that we would talk about on the Gunline, baby. Yeah. And Game of Thrones, if I would have been still active duty at the time, it would have been something I would have been talking about, especially that fucking final season.
That Monday morning. Whew. Man, did you see Game of Thrones right there by the guns talking about it?
Be at the fucking motor pool and shit.
The motor pool.
Line. Man, I'm pissed the fuck off, man.
Even before like the motor pool at when we were doing PT in the morning, like
right. Keep talking, be all man and shit and PT.
Bro,
Motherfucker,
yeah, man.
that motherfucker stabbed her, bro. Stabbed her.
So I became a fan like in like late. Like I didn't started watching it since the beginning, but I really got into it. Like I saw all the seasons. I read I didn't read the main books because they were so like they're not the kind of books that I read.
Right.
They're like so thick and their point of view, which makes me like want to go to sleep. So they're stories told by somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
On their point of view. But I read the other books. I read like the Tales of Dunk and Egg. I read the basically right now I'm still reading the Blood on Fire and Blood, the new one they came out with,
Yeah.
which is more of a novel kind of type of writing. But I was all into that fucking lore and got into the Game of Thrones, and I think it was season 6 when I first started watching like all together, and yeah, I love that season. Season 6 was one of my favorite ones, and then season 7 came out, and I was like, oh, where are they going with this? Like, ugh.
So I saw Game of Thrones for the first time in Afghanistan. It was 2012, and everybody was talking about Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones. Like, I never heard of this shit, Game of Thrones. And they were like, oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's fucking good. I'm like, all right, I'll give this shit a chance. So and then some other motherfuckers were like reading the book. I tried reading the books. I bought the whole fucking series thinking I was gonna read it.
Nah.
He's too descriptive in the way he writes.
Yeah.
So, which is cool and all, but sometimes I don't need to know the sound of the leaf when the wind blows on it. I don't need to know all that, bro. Just tell me that the wind blew. You know what I'm saying? But he's just very descriptive, which is cool. It's just not my cup of tea.
I mean, that worked great for the first seasons of like they were able to take that part of him being so descripted and make this whole world out of it, which is kind of what people loved.
Yeah, I mean, and that was great. And one thing, if y'all haven't seen Game of Thrones, y'all need to get your motherfucking ass out of the rock and stop at season 7. Just stop there. But
I mean, I guess if you don't watch season 8, you're not really missing anything. But then again, just watch the train wreck happen.
Yeah. And like fucking like homegirl said, best season ever. Oh my god, bro. It was horrible. But I tripped out because I started watching it and I got immediately sucked into the story. I was like, okay, this is cool. Oh shit, brother, sister, fuck. Okay, got it. Damn, okay, they ain't fucking around on this.
That's Jewish shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy is not playing around.
The thing was like all of that happened in like the first episode. Like you realize like, man, these people hate each other, and then there's sister brother fucking, and then there's like some other evil shit coming down. And you're like, oh shit,
Don't get me started on that shit because we're gonna tap on that as well. So fucking, but I got sucked into it big time, bro. Like, yeah, I got sucked into the storyline, and I'm like, episode by episode by episode, and I'm thinking like, man, what's Arya gonna do to fucking free Ned? There's no way that's gonna happen.
Yeah, chop his head off. That was
what the fuck just happened, bro?
That was a point for me. I was like, did they just kill the main character? Like,
yeah,
what the fuck,
dude? My mind fucking exploded, bro. I was like, but where y'all going from this? I'm like, how are you gonna fucking fix this now? Lo and behold, who knew that Jon Snow, the bastard son, was gonna be the fucking main story, which I ended up rooting for him.
Yeah,
I don't know why they ended it for him. I didn't.
Yeah, I feel like he deserved better.
Dude,
he
was treated like fucking garbage, especially by Catelyn. Oh my god, I wanted to slap that bitch, bro. The only motherfucker that kept his word throughout the whole fucking series died in the first season. He's the only one. I will never tell that Jon Snow was, what his true fucking lineage is.
That was
he kept quiet. But
you tell
Sansa's like, I'm dropping dime, baby.
Well, I think, all right, so my understanding of that was that Ned got killed because he held on to that secret. But that was the secret that his honor killed him, and he's like Sansa understood that that was what killed him, so she wasn't gonna be like that, and that's but they could have done that so much better at the end, like so season 8 I had like so I didn't watch it again for like a year. I didn't because I always go back and rewatch the seasons. Right, every time a new season started, I would have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So this one, I didn't watch it for like a whole year. Like I was just like I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't want to read like I don't know what it was. I didn't want to realize it was that bad.
You didn't want to reopen the wound?
Yeah, because my friend, like, I watched the whole season with my friend, my roommate at the time, and he was like, "No, dude, it fucking sucked. Like, I hated it." And I was like, "It wasn't that bad. Like, it had its good moments, which it did, but they were too short and too little to actually make a difference on the whole season."
I think where they fucked up is that they had no idea, since the books weren't finished. They're
Yeah.
not finished. They had no idea where to go with it. Like, I'm really hoping that somewhere in the books, y'all can explain to me what all this symbology was by the White Walkers. Who are the White Walkers? Please, I need more, bro. I need to know I need to know more. I want to know about the Starks, the
So
lineage.
on the books, on one of the books that I have, which is like The World of Ice and Fire, it is like this huge fucking book that I have, and it talks about how the White Walkers basically were made by children of the forest, which is like you know, and exactly how they showed in the series, through a dagger in the heart.
But what was their ultimate? Why were they coming down south?
So they were
What were
getting
they
killed.
headed to?
So the children of the forest were getting killed and demolished by the man or the first man.
No,
And
I'm tracking all that. I'm talking about on the last on the during the show.
So they wanted to end man because that was their main purpose. Like that's what they were built for, and they wanted to end history. So that was their main purpose of.
Is that your theory?
No, that's the history of the lore.
I don't know, man. I don't buy
Because
it.
he on what was it on? I think it was the second to last. No, when they right before they hit Winterfell, they asked Bran, "Why does he want to be here? Why does he want?" He's like, "Why does he want you? Why does he want to kill you?" And he's like, "Because I know everything. I know the whole story of the world, and he wants to erase that, and he wants to make it dark, or some shit like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay," but like, and it sucked that the Game of Thrones started with the White Walkers. Like the first scene was the Rangers going out. I hated that they let like it was as if it was just oh no yeah we got to get rid of the White Walkers so we have to focus on Cersei. Which no you don't like that was. I wish they would have like made him more of a threat into the world because it felt like oh yeah they just killed him like that
Dude. Not to take it away from Arya, that was a cool little way to kill him and all.
Yeah.
But everybody wanted the fucking showdown to be between Jon Snow and that King of the White Walker motherfuckers. I mean, when they had that look at Hardhome, like you knew, these motherfuckers
I'm coming for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I expect like a Battle of the Bastards type fucking ordeal. We didn't even get that because it was just lights turned off. And I'm like, okay, dude, it pissed me off, bro. It fucking pissed me off. Game of Thrones, and then it went off to do some other shit. They just wanted to wrap it up. I think. I'm not much of a nerd on it, but it fucking upsets me because I didn't get the closure I wanted the way I wanted it.
So the showrunners, the dudes that wrote like they wrote basically the entire season. They wanted to go out and do other stuff because they were tired of doing Game of Thrones. They had offers from Netflix and Star Wars to do like different stuff for them. So, and they had already talked to HBO about doing a different series of like the South. I think it was like, what if the South won the war?
Good one.
Yeah, but it got controversial because they were gonna have like slaves and stuff, and like people started complaining about it.
My fucking God!
And
fuck these people, bro. Go ahead, man.
And basically they were like, all right, so we after season 6, they were like, so we got to end it in 2 seasons. And HBO told them, well, we have enough. We want you to do at least 13 seasons, which would have been like, through the entire.
More than enough
And
time.
they were compromising on, if you want, we could even let you do 10 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they were like, no, we could do it in 8, and we'll do it in less episodes. We just do the episodes a little bit longer. But then you're cutting out pieces of stuff that you already had put in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can't talk about them because they're gone. That's it. It's over. Like how Brand said, I can't be the lord of anything anymore. And yes, he was the king, but you can't be the king. Like you're it makes no sense.
None at all. None at all,
In it,
bro. You know,
like the whole idea uh, Jon Snow killing Daenerys, that was part of the whole plot. Like
right. It was gonna
that
happen.
was that was gonna happen. The way it happened, like after she went crazy, like it made no sense because she said like in the fourth or fifth season, like I'm not my father. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna do things like my father. I'm gonna break the will. I'm gonna do something different. And then she goes crazy like her father. Like that makes no fucking sense.
I think they did try to touch on that though, saying that because she is an incestual child, the
Yeah.
Targaryens eventually turn.
Okay,
You
so
know,
I would have been cool with it if
yeah,
they would have drawn it out more.
right,
Like
exactly.
show
If
me
they would
more
have
stuff
foreshadowed.
because it happened so fast
Yeah.
that it's like, all right, well, how the fuck did she just like snap?
From one day to
That
the next,
yeah, like
the bitch
one
got her
time there
period.
she's trying to save the Westeros from like getting burned by the dragon. The next thing she's fuck it. I'm
And
just
this
gonna
is,
fuck
I
them.
mean, I think it's just a metaphor for life. Don't put a woman in power. That's what happened.
We'll burn the city down.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. And
But
I'm
yeah, they're
really
coming out with a new one, man.
yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk to you. I saw that on your Twitter. Um,
Yeah.
I remember HBO was talking about making like a prequel, and it
So
was
they're,
about the Targaryens.
they were gonna do two. They were gonna do the Long Night,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna do Fire and Blood. The Long Night, they
Mm-hmm.
shot everything. Then they realized, I don't think they had the right people, and I don't think the script was right. So they scratched the whole thing. They were like, "Fuck it," and so they did greenlit Fire and Blood, which is like the main Targaryen story.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and honestly, fucking J.R.R. Martin already uh, fucking wrote the book to that, so they already have that.
Right.
And
It,
just yesterday,
mm-hmm.
yeah, yesterday I found out they were gonna do um,
An egg.
and Duncan Egg, which is like the tales of Lord Commander, uh, the Hedge Knight, basically.
Right. See, I can deal with that. Please do something that's already had an ending, because them trying to make their own ending, we see fuck shit up. There's only
Yeah,
been a few shows that have had great endings. Controversial, but great. I'll give you one that's controversial. The Sopranos. I don't know if you
oh,
ever
that
watched
was a
that.
that's a beautiful. You know what? It was kind of like The Sopranos at the time because I remember a lot of people were so pissed off that it ended like that. They were like, "Oh, I remember." Um, I don't know if you ever met Dax Gary. He was in my unit when we were in Bravo when we were in the 277.
I don't know.
Well, he was like, dude, I fucking had to like check my box because I was like, what the fuck? How did this happen? Like, like it's in my cable box. How did it like, And no, it was that's just how the director wanted to go, like the showrunner, and that's how I felt. At first, I was like, man, that fucking sucked. But then I was thinking about it, dude, this is fucking perfect. You can make your own conclusion on what really happened. Did he get caught by the police? Did he get capped by the other dudes? Did
and
he just walked away?
and that's what I was gonna get at too. That's why that ending was so great, bro. Because I rewatched it recently, watched the whole series again,
Hmm.
and I realized, he's the one we root for, the bad guy. You know what I mean? Everybody roots for Tony Soprano. And what tripped me out, bro, was like I rewatched it again and I realized how much Tony really was an asshole.
Yeah, yeah,
Tony was really fucking crazy, bro. He was a sociopath.
yeah. The
You
shit
know,
that he was doing. I mean,
there
like,
was like, there was no cure for him, no matter what.
no,
And even he could not stand to see people happy either. He was just like Janice, whether he wants to admit it or not. He was just like Janice, bro. So when it ended the way it ended, you can make an argument that he got capped in the head, or you can make the argument that he did get shot, but he lives. But it's however you want to perceive it.
that
You
he
know,
got caught by the police because the police were already behind, like in his trails, and
yeah, or New York took him out, and but the guy, the members jacket only, it came back to me on one of the fucking episodes. I was wondering if he was, because if you watch it, there's like somewhere in the earlier seasons of a guy with a members jacket only. I just,
yeah,
and of course it's tinfoil, and I'm fucking reaching, but I just think it was a great ending. That was one of the greatest endings. That was controversial at the time, but after rewatching it, like I get it. Another one, Seinfeld, when that ended, it was like, really, this is how it's gonna end.
those shows are um, shows that ended on their own terms.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody canceled them.
Yeah.
Nobody said like you have to end it now. They ended when they wanted to end it because the showrunners were like, "Yeah, we just got to do that." And Game of Thrones could have done that if they would have like done 10 episodes,
Yeah.
the last two seasons, full on episodes of drawing out exactly the path that they were going instead of deviating into something that they were trying to come together
It
like
was so
that.
rushed.
Yeah, so rushed. It made no sense.
It didn't, man. And I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing the new whatever new series comes. I got so into the Game of Thrones shit, bro. I started like watching the folklore, I guess, that they have on the YouTube. I guess they
Yeah,
come on the videos or the DVDs that you buy or whatever.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
added shit. And I was like, I was really interested in it because I like
All the
hearing the
houses.
history of it. I've never been into medieval shit. I've never been into that stuff, but this one really sucked me into it because I like the storyline. The
Yeah,
storyline was good. I can't do the books, but the storylines are great, man.
yeah,
But dude, it's about that time that we wrap it up, bro. And it's been awesome fucking having you
yeah.
here.
It's a great conversation, bro.
Yeah, dude, we got a little bit of everything in there. We did
Pretty much, yeah.
I started with fucking football, talked some inauguration, fuck Bernie, fuck Kamala. I don't really care for that. I don't think anything's gonna change. These are just my opinions. But
I
yeah,
mean, like honestly, like if you have to, you can't have too much faith on politicians. They don't care about you. For them, they care more about the money that's coming in. And
the rich
honestly,
get
like
richer, baby.
if you really have that much faith on a politician, you should really think about what you're prioritizing.
What I'm afraid of with them having the House and the fucking Senate and the presidency is the mandates of shit, like mandating the fucking the vaccine. Like that's one thing that worries me. If they say like because I mean they can make it affect you in any way. Like, oh, you want to get it? Okay, you can't renew your license. Or they're talking about having that like a fucking certificate that you carry with you. Are you vaccinated? Or you can't go into a venue.
True. Like, I feel like that's more of a state by state.
But if
That's
it becomes
state,
federal,
state. Yeah, it could be a federal thing.
if it's federal, I mean, then federal trumps state, right?
True. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't care about the vaccine. I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna get it just so that I could go into stuff again.
Dude, you go ahead and do
but,
that, man. And
but
when you
honestly,
turn, I got you, bro, to the
all
head.
right, all right.
I
Just
got you.
be like Dolores said. Just don't. If I turn white, don't make me turn white. If my eyes go blue, go ahead and blah.
There you go. Dude,
Uh,
I'm not gonna fucking get that shit. I'm not gonna let my kids get that shit
yeah,
because
I feel like it should be a personal choice. Like
Mhm.
nobody should tell you like you have to take it. No, like if you don't want to take it, don't take it. Like that, it should be a personal choice.
Right. But again, they can fuck with you with like, okay, yeah, it's your personal choice, but also refuse the right. You
Yeah,
know, oh, you want to go to this football game? No, can't do it, Chief.
gotta watch it
Like,
on TV.
hey, man, big brother, baby, big brother. All
Yeah,
right, man. It's been a great one, though. We'll end it on that note. Hey, y'all, if y'all like this Fort
yeah.
Sill alumni shirt, the link will be at the bottom of the description. Just go check out the On the Gunline merch. You know, you might find something you like in there. If you guys want to go ahead and check out, J Rod, do you have any socials or anything like that you do?
Yeah, I have my Twitter and my my Twitter probably is the best one.
Okay.
It's JRod2763.
Dude, and you
Find
need
me
to
there.
get back on that podcast shit, bro.
Yeah, well, I we kind of stopped just so that we could. I think we're done with that one we were doing. We're trying to do something else.
Mm.
But it's just out here in California, everything's closed. So like, I could ask my friend to come over here, or I could go to his house. Yeah, but if we want to have somebody else, then it's kind of harder. Have somebody else in the podcast and stuff like that. But
You,
at the
you
same
know,
time,
I'm in Texas, right? And you're in
yeah,
California, right?
yeah, like like
This is a
uh,
podcast.
we were trying to do something more like um personal stuff,
Oh,
but
okay.
we're still working on it. We're not really like
Yeah.
rushing anything. But yeah, I do have to start podcasting again. I mean, I
Yeah,
have
dude.
the equipment, so like I have like this little thing, like mixer thing where I plug in all my stuff and you know. But
Bro,
yeah,
I've been trying to get something like that. I have no idea how that works. So literally right now, I have this microphone. I have these cheap computer speakers, which is your voice coming out of it, coming into the microphone. That's the only way I can get the fucking interview. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
suck at this shit. But hey, we can make it happen. Hey, once you
yeah,
drop it, man, let me know. I'll plug it up because I know that you and your buddy had a good show, and I was really digging it. I was hoping for more, but hey, different times right now. So hopefully
yeah.
you get back on it though.
Well, we'll try something different at a different time.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. Thanks for having me. It was fun. It
Hell
was,
yeah, brother.
super
Anytime, anytime.
tough.
And we'll have to get you back here on the gun line next time and see if we get a little controversial next time.
Definitely.
I guarantee you, I know that we lost some motherfuckers once we get to when we went to Game of Thrones. Motherfucker, like I'm done. I'm done. But you know what? You missed a good hell of a conversation because
Yeah.
fucking Daenerys, though, the first time I saw her naked, God damn it, I would beat that pussy up,
Did
bro.
you know that the last time she came out naked, like fully naked, was all CGI?
No shit. Well,
Yeah.
I know the
They
last time I saw her naked was when she came out of the
yeah,
fire.
yeah. So they swapped her face with somebody else's body.
Boo! I mean, it was pretty rough seeing her getting raped.
Yeah, that's where
But was it
that
rape?
show was. Well, I mean, if she said no, you know,
I mean, it's the medieval times.
medieval times on
No,
a fantasy world.
right, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll probably get canceled for saying something stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big enough to get canceled yet, but in about 10 years, if I do get big, they're gonna come back to this episode right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh God. All right then, brother. You have a good one, man. Have a great
Yeah, you
weekend.
too.
And
Good seeing you.
we'll definitely have to catch back up. Maybe I'll do after the Super Bowl or something like that. I'll catch
Yeah.
up with you, do a quick 15-minute, 20 minutes, see how our predictions came out. All right. So,
All right, man.
all right. So here's my prediction: Buffalo, Kansas City. Buffalo beats Kansas City by 3. So Buffalo by 3. Packers by 10 over fucking Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Super Bowl, Packers, Buffalo. Packers by, I'm going to say 21-28. Packers.
All right. That's a good prediction.
I don't remember any of these numbers, so I'm going to have to re-listen to it. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm going with. And
All right.
21-28. I'll remember that one. 21.
So for me, it's definitely Packers are gonna go through, and I think Kansas City is gonna pull it off. Um, in the Super Bowl, the Packers are gonna win it by 7.
Think so?
Yeah,
All right. We'll see how good your sports history is.
they're gonna be close games this weekend, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, man. Go Pack, go. Fuck the Niners. I'll see you later, brother.
There's a
Later,
see
bro.
ya.
Oh shit. That was good. All right, that was the episode there. He did disconnect. Hey, y'all, thank you for hanging out with me and J Rod here. I hope that you guys pushed through on it. We went through a bunch of different little topics and shit, but definitely it's always great to fucking have that communication with your battles. I've known him since back in 2004 when we joined the army together, and kept in touch, through social media. And one thing that I'm very adamant about is maintaining that contact within everybody. It's funny because I was just talking, and yesterday it popped into my head that it's like group therapy without the therapist. And that's I'm gonna start plugging this shit. It's like group therapy without the therapist, especially if you're military. And check it, it's not for everybody. I get it. If you don't like my shit, don't listen to it. All right. But I'm not changing my ways. It is what it fucking is. All right. Anyways, that's all I wanted to leave it at. Thanks for being here on the Gunline. I'll catch you on the midweek memo. I got a special one coming up. We're gonna have 2 guests, and we're got some topics already lined up for y'all. So I have 2 special guest co-hosts, and so be waiting for that midweek memo to drop Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. With that said, I appreciate y'all shooting the shit here with me. Rounds complete. End of mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.